climbing into the 80s. Bruce, over to you.
Hey, Rich, thanks. His goal is to inspire others. Local author released his book, Field of Lions, A Runner's Journey from Obesity to the Marathon. Jim Gaffney says he got a wake-up call about his health when he went to a theme park and wasn't allowed on an attraction. Well, now, years later, Gaffney's getting ready to run the Gate River Run for the third time. He's also run 5 marathons. Joining me now, author, endurance runner, Jim Gaffney. Jim, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
A number of quotes throughout the course of this book, but there's one on the back page that pretty much sums it up from Ricky Rogers, who is a runner herself. Strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things you once thought you couldn't. What were the struggles that you thought you couldn't overcome?
I think mostly just the physical struggle of trying to shed the weight in the first place. It was, when you get to a crisis point of that magnitude, when you're literally 100 pounds overweight, trying to find a way to navigate that and get back to where you need to be is it's a challenge. So
the turning point for you is you can't get on a ride in an attraction?
Yeah, it's sometimes things in life you just can't prepare for, and kind of hit me out of the blue, and it was a big wake-up.
Well, give me the backstory. Where were you when this happened, and what went through your head?
Well, we were at the theme park, and like any other day, we were getting set to go on the ride. I have 3 boys, my wife and I, and they had the seat there. They asked me to get in because they had just instituted, I guess, a new harness. So the ride attendant told me I wasn't slim enough to ride the ride and fit in this harness safely. So I was asked to remove myself from the line. And
were you embarrassed?
Yeah, I was embarrassed. It's something that I was embarrassed over the years, but I guess that was really the crisis point. When it really hit home.
Were you worried how it impacted and affected your kids and what they thought?
Yeah, it was. Just to know that I couldn't be there with them. They still weren't on the ride. I wanted them to continue on, but just knowing that I wasn't physically able to accompany my family, it was kind of traumatic for me at that moment.
They probably didn't understand, a lot of the things that you internalized. Is that one of the motivations for writing this book, to get a message through to them as well as the general public?
Yeah, it's just to kind of unload everything that I had on my mind over the last 5 years and express to them firsthand what I had gone through, so they can kind of see it through my eyes. They had seen the transformation, but they hadn't really heard it in my own words from start to end. So it was a mental exercise. It was an important part of the journey to get that out and also to share it with others that may be facing their own struggles.
How about for those who are frustrated with their efforts to go ahead and combat obesity? They sit back and they say, you know what, I've adapted my lifestyle. I've made the kinds of changes I need. I'm eating more healthy, but it's not happening as quickly as I want, and I sit back sometimes and I wonder, is it worth it?
I can tell you firsthand, it is worth it. I mean, there were so many positive aspects aside from the weight loss and the physical transformation. I was not really prepared for it. My job was a major beneficiary. My home life improved. Some people, it's a longer struggle than others. It took me a long time, many failed attempts, to finally get past that and get over that hump. But you have to kind of keep your head down. You have to stay positive, and you really have to be optimistic about it. There's no other way to approach it, else you just won't get there. And the book, again, is called Field of Lions, A Runner's Journey from Obesity to Marathon. Where's it available? Amazon? It's available on Amazon and on my website, fieldoflions.com.
Oh, that's easy enough to remember, just fieldoflions.com. And by the way, speaking of the Gate River Run, watch our special coverage this Saturday at 8 o'clock. Thanks for coming on, and certainly some inspiration here. Appreciate it. Check out the book. Jen.
So today is National Pancake Day.